Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Recap. It is Wednesday, 4:30 p.m. Pacific. Always a pleasure to be here. Glad to see the chat is lively. And I'm hoping to God that we are actually live on Instagram because that was what I was trying to set up, like all the way up through going live. So if somebody in the chat can confirm for me that we are actually live on Instagram, that would be a huge help. Because I know for the most part, I won't be able to see any comments or questions coming in from Instagram. Everything is going to have to come in through the chat on Twitch, but you guys can obviously still watch it on Instagram just as long as we are going live. I'm seeing a lot more people in the chat, which is great than usual. So that's a negative. God damn it. Great. Oh, so hold on. Let me see if this works. I definitely connected it. Come on. Oh my God. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait till next week. Austin, I apologize. He's not gonna be here this week, so it's my failure on this one. But anyway, guys, what's going on? Let me run through the chat real quick. Say hi to everybody. Yay! JM1620, of course, Sub Diego 619, Leo Fitteds, Ugly Man Chief in the house, Bearded Hannibal, Vengeful Spectre, Just Shady G, Apache Podhead, Peace 2314, Base Taco, Southside Steven Seavright, who actually helped with one of the trivia questions for this week. So don't blame me when you got to answer it. Blame Steven. My name is Eric VT Kevin R. Wise Guy 90 Vengeful Spectre OB 1BMF. What up? It's not Luis, New York Hat Guy. Who am I missing? Liam Enos, Official Tony. What's going on? Aragon 408, Cap King Domes. Feel like it's been a while since I've seen you. Schmoppy Joshi. What's up? Wise Guy 90. Feel like I said your name twice, but maybe I didn't. Asher Basher 1996. Fitted Aggie 713. What is going on? And as a reminder for everybody, if you're not able to catch the show live, you can catch us on YouTube because we post everything there now. Hat-Club. Be sure to subscribe to us, which is just a fancy word for saying follow us. And if you like what you see, give us a like. Anyway, guys, I hope you're doing well. And of course, I've got the illustrious, wonderful, amazing Tafuri Taylor with me.
What's up, chat? What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you.
Yeah, man. I'm going to echo chat sentiments. I love that Mariners hat. I feel like the more I see that color story, the more I'm like, wow, that hat is actually tough.
Oh, this one was from Big Ben's Knockouts
Oh,
yeah. This is I got to bring it up. It's Mr. Soda Popinski.
Okay. See, we've been in that color story mode. I completely forgot that you had a pack in the tuck.
Oh, it's
So,
okay. I mean, we're also talking about something from like a year and a half ago. So, I mean,
true. But
time
what's going on,
drags on.
chat? Let me say hi to everybody. What's going on, Vengeful Spectre? What's going on, JM1620? Ugly Man Chief, my guy. What's going on? Aragon. Take a shot every time, Taylor's. Well, tonight y'all might be off a little bit easy. So if don't drink and drive. That's important because there will be a few brim switches tonight.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Asher Basher, what's going on, man? Just Shady G. And then Markets, yeah, you know what? I'm surprised too, but you know what? The great thing about that means we're in a good place. I know Chana's happy that she's going to be, or they're going to be able to see, this one's still sitting on the site. But all that to say, good crowns out there, and that's a great segue to talk about some of our site sleepers, Ben.
I think it is. That's
yeah.
very clever of you in the wording right there. And here we go. Gonna start off with the St. Louis Cardinals 2006 World Series champions. Got a nice little metallic silver front logo, all cardinal red.
I like that. I really do like this hat. I really do like this hat. I think it's great because we don't see that 06 World Series champions patch used very often. And that metallic silver is a nice touch, especially against that red. Very, very clean. Let's see here.
I cut out there.
6.
I cut out.
You're good. Chad has dubbed this hat sexy red, and I am slightly inclined to agree with them.
I think, yeah, Aragon 408 is pointing out that Postman, who was a collaborator with John in regard to the horror pack, actually most of the stuff that dropped today that we're going to be showing off is stuff that he helped contribute to.
Oh, shouts out to John. Shouts out to we've been coming up with some really good variety pack hats lately. I know for me, every time I look at the Hat Club app, I'm always seeing something new or something dope that I've seen either T100 John or even Freddie or any of our designers really dropping, hints about us, what's coming up soon. So if y'all aren't checking the app, highly recommend that y'all do that. Ugly.
Second, get out there.
A little bit, yeah, you did.
Okay, my bad. Next up, Brooklyn Dodgers script with the 1955 World Series patch. And got to look at the upper visor. And of course, I don't have a zoomed in shot of that, but that's kind of where most of the detail is. It's actually kind of like a denim look to it. Or it
Hmm.
actually is flat out. It is denim. Sorry.
That hat is pretty clean. I think that's like good little dark wash denim action in there. Definitely could do some things with this hat. That's interesting. Have we done a hat like this before? Or is this the first time?
We did the Phillies one not too long ago, but I think that was an LA or New York exclusive specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So not anything necessarily for the website.
Got you. I like this. I definitely think that's you can do a lot with that. What's up, Peace?
Nice. All right, moving on into Chicago Cubbies word style. If I can click on it. Come on. There we go. Wrigley Field side patch. So this is the third Wrigley Field side patch, green
Mm-hmm.
under visor. And if you guys haven't noticed the theme in all these variety packs, they're all made in China.
Mm. Good crowns. I do like that this stadium patch wave that's kind of been coming out. We've like done a few of these now. I really like these. I think we saw it with the Shea Stadium with the Mets.
Yep.
I'm really starting to like how we're playing with metallics on the field and everything else like that. Really, really nice touches.
I agree. And then the one thing I'll point out in regard to the stadium patches that we've been doing for these ones, this is actually like an older style that we did years ago.
Hmm.
The first ones we did were with Candlestick Park with a bunch of Giants patch hats back when, oh my God, I was still working at the Daly City store at Ceremony
Mm.
Mall when we first dropped those. And so to see, further along, we did the Shea Stadium one that you just mentioned a little bit ago. We now have the Wrigley Field. I know there's a Yankee Stadium one, and I think there's another one that I'm missing as well.
Yeah,
But Flashfire, I agree. We definitely need an Oakland Coliseum one.
agreed. Yeah, I feel like there's for the teams that do have it, that do have those stadium patches. I think that's going to be like a real nice touch. I mean, we did it with the Three Rivers Stadium with the Pirates as well. We've done it there
Yes.
as well.
Thank you.
Hmm.
No, they're great, and especially giving a lot more detail. Because I mean, you and I have gone back and forth on this as far as saying like the 50th anniversary of Dodger Stadium, the 60th anniversary of Dodger Stadium, even though those are anniversary patch asked and still have a lot of detail in regard to what's being shown of the field, I feel
Hmm.
like these specific ones give a lot more detail outside of, you know, outside the LA market. And
Yeah.
Flashfire pointing out the Ebbets Field one as well. Yes.
Hmm.
Oh,
And
and
then yeah.
Bush. Yeah, we did do a Bush one.
Yeah, so it's definitely something like I said, the patch size is good. I think we've done a really good job of combining good front logos with side patches because I feel like sometimes if the front logo is too small and then you have a huge side patch that could kind of be a little bit jarring. So shouts out to our design team for being real, selective with the front logo side patch combinations we've been doing.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna give a fancy word. I'm gonna say there's a nice equilibrium to what's going on with the front patch and the side patch with these.
Word of the night, chat. Equilibrium. Write it down.
Oh shit. Speaking of Oakland,
Ooh, I do like this. I do like.
we're a
Mhm.
little been a good fit for that. But like a nice deep purple as far as the interior, a little bit of metallic teal around the outside of the front A's logo, and the Battle of the Bay 1989 World Series side patch.
I do like this. Now, is this a cotton hat? I'm curious.
No, it's actually a poly.
Because I know like certain colors sometimes like are only available in certain materials. So That's a really, really nice looking hat. I do like the purple with the like kind of like that metallic steel blue on the outline right there. That's a really I see us going back to that principle of lighter dome color, somewhat darker visor color. I mean, well, lavender, it's just a little bit lighter, but it still works with this hat.
And I agree with you because actually the one that I'm wearing, this
Mhm,
one came from so the Big Ben's knockout Seattle Mariners more specifically, so you guys don't get confused with the A's one.
mhm.
This one is actually cotton because
Mm, still looks good.
colors were only made in cotton. Collection that we got that was peach, that was pink, etc. Beyond when this one came in, all came in polyester. So the switch was definitely made after mine
Yeah.
were produced.
Yeah, I think it was what was it, the Monaco pack that we had where like
Yeah,
certain like, materials that was like only cotton.
I gotta say, Monaco, we haven't talked about it in a while. Still one of my most favorite underrated packs.
I feel like it's underrated. I think people were dissuaded from it because it was cotton, and I understand that because poly hats just hold their shape a little bit better. But as an as it executed, like from a color scheme perspective, I thought it was really well executed.
No, totally. And for especially for the lightweightedness, even though I don't think
Mhm.
weightedness is a word. Um, but it was a good summer hat. And especially if you got like a nice little cotton blend shirt, some short shorts, some dock shoes,
Mhm.
or some loafers. Monaco, baby.
Yeah, Asher, I did not cop the green glow ones. I ended up getting the Dion's, which shock dropped here in Atlanta. Those were must-haves. I needed those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of shoes,
Mhm.
and missing out because that's what I did this morning with those SB dunks in the Dallas
Yeah.
Mavericks colorway.
Yeah.
Somehow my goddamn size 15.
What size do you need, Ben?
Yeah, I'm here.
No, you kinda cut out. You cut out. What you were saying, what size did you need?
Oh, size 15.
Oh, man.
It was the first size to sell out.
Oh, we talked about this last time, Ben. You already know anything north of 14, really now with how stores are getting allocations as I'm hearing, like anything north of 12 and a half is like they're not getting much. Like I feel like even like when I used to work at stores, you used to have like 11s, 11 and a halves, still had a decent amount of 12s. Like even now they're cutting down on the allocations for 11 and a halves and 12s, unless they're like a really big general release.
Yeah.
So 14s or 15s, chat community, help my man Ben get his shoes in the size 15.
Let's see. Piece 2 through 4 says 247 online. Pass.
Yeah.
Um, Peyton Spawn says Timbers colorway for me though, and I agree. I would have had
Mhm.
two teams of jerseys to rock with those shoes. And I also heard from a little birdie that like the Dunk Martin was on the down low, so I figured, oh yeah, I'm gonna get these easily. Nope.
Mhm. Nah, I feel like that's what resellers are doing now. They're going for those fringe sizes because they know people will pay the high for them versus like, my size is like 9.5 through 10.5. Like that, most stores are gonna get a lot of those, but those 14s
Yeah.
and 15s, nah, maybe one, two if they're feeling really scandalous and want to feel like they can sell out of two of those.
I am morose. Steven, shut up.
I
I didn't
love
mean to
that.
say down low. I meant to say downturn. So that's my
Ah.
idiocy for using the wrong term. God damn it. L dot, what's going on, dude? So most recent collection that we just dropped on Monday is the candy apples.
Mhm.
Still got a lot of variety left in those. We showed them off last Wednesday. What were your
Yep.
thoughts on these?
So I'm really surprised that there's certain hats that are still sitting. For one, I was really expecting that Astros to sell out. So I'm surprised that there's still a lot. When Brimfiend actually did her top three and she put the Astros in, I think this is like her second or third week of putting the Astros in her top three. I was like, because of that side patch and because we haven't used that very often, speaking of stadium side patches, I expected that one to
Mhm.
fly. So the fact that there's still sizes available is a good sign, means that, a lot is you got a lot of stock, but I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't sit very long. Even this one too.
Yeah, and I'm kind of in the same boat with you on that, just because So for you guys who don't know, I'm always kind of like tapped in with like what's going on at NoHo.
Yeah.
And the chrome hats, or not the chrome, what was the carbon fibers that we just dropped recently?
Yes.
Um there's still a few of those left and a few sizes left in those, but I checked the sales reports and they still move like pretty well. Like it's not as
Mhm.
fast as a lot of other colorway collections that we've done,
Right.
but they still move. And so I am in total agreement with you on that.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a really solid collection. I think there's a lot of good hats. Like I said, the Yankee with the roly patch, very very solid. I mean, you have the Phillies there, like we said, probably going to be the closest to if you're around for those crossover and cool fashion packs way back when. That's probably the closest we're going to get to that. Um,
Mhm.
very solid hat. I mean, red metallics. You got metallics in the side patch. I've always just felt like that specific Phillies side patch always goes crazy. I don't care what hat it's on.
Yeah. I know it falls in the territory of like maybe too big of a patch for Austin, but as far as like really showing off the details for a side patch, the 96 All-Star game is definitely one of the best.
1000% agree. Yep.
Trying to think of which
So,
one's the
like,
lowest in stock.
well, peace. No, what I meant was just that I was speaking of that collection because there were certain teams that were, you could argue are reminiscent of other teams in those cool fashion packs as well. Um, but no, it doesn't mean that. But we were just saying that for that specific Phillies, that's probably the closest we're going to be able to get to the OG crossover pack that
Yeah.
dropped a while back.
This was one that we dropped recently, kind of the tail end of last week. So
Mhm.
variety pack, LA Dodgers script, all purple, metallic gold for the script on the front, 50th anniversary at Dodger Stadium. 7, 7/8 and eights are sold out, and this is definitely one that I gotta bring back home.
Listen, all I'm gonna Peace just said what I feel like most people are thinking. I mean, there's certain things that you could correlate to this hat, but we don't make hats with hooks. They just those colors just look really good on that Los Angeles Dodgers hat.
Yeah,
Just look great.
100%. And I almost exited out of the wrong thing, but
Yep. Got some good. Even that Texas right there is
speaking of
clean.
24 All-Star game. Uh-oh.
No, I was
Oh,
actually like, because you were in the gulag a little bit, and I was just like, I bet he's gonna click on that Texas next.
of
I was like,
course.
and look.
And with the pink undervisor on top of which too. So green, black, metallic gold.
Yes, Elk Dot. Very observant. Very, very observant. Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, you know what? Elk Dot's been on it because he actually called it out pretty early. But I'm gonna say this, Ben, and Texas Rangers fans, please don't throw things at me virtually, but this this 2024 All-Star Game patch it's getting up there. I'm having it right now behind the final season patch.
Ooh.
I well, see, I can't say that because that Star 96 All-Star game is really clean, but man, this 2024 is creeping up on that Star All-Star game patch,
It's the
respectfully.
details, man. All in that
Mhm.
side patch.
Yeah, and you said this one is a pink UV as well?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. This is a solid everyday right here, chat. If I were you, I would cop this. Ooh, and it's a metallic gold drop shadow?
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
95 is the star. Okay, cool.
I would say if any of the hats that dropped of variety pack wise over the last week, this is the one, and I cut out of my screen. This is the one that's the most surprising that there is still a full size run left on the website.
Ugly Man Chief, that's a really nice call out too, because I was just in Dallas last weekend and I was like, that does, you know, it's kind of it could kind of give a little bit of that type of vibe as well. I mean, listen, you're giving me ideas, Ugly Man Chief. So if I rock this hat with that specific jersey that you called out, shouts out to you, man. I might have to tag you in the post.
B Monster 24 on the same path as well. Respect to
Hmm.
you guys.
Yeah,
Long
chat's
live
on it.
hockey.
Yeah, chat is on it tonight. I like it
They
when you
are.
guys are like thinking of potential themes behind these crowns.
Bunch of smart guys in here.
Yeah.
What else we got? The Chivas goat hats, goat side patch ones. So Chivas de Guadalajara. If you guys are soccer fans, I am a Cruz Azul fan. I know a lot of you guys are Club America fans, and we were
Mhm.
spatting it out on Twitter quite a bit. So four different styles for you: brown navy two tone, khaki navy two tone, black navy two tone, and white navy two.
Yep. A lot of good options. Cruz Azul mentioned. Yeah.
Silver Baltimore Orioles script.
Yeah. Chat, this is another one that I'm definitely gonna say that I don't expect this one to last long. I do not expect those Oreos to last long. That pewter, and that's a metallic silver trim, and that's
Oh
an
yeah.
all copper side patch. Yeah, this is probably one of those few times that I think like that Camden Yards patch, perfect size in comparison to that front logo. That's very, very clean, extremely clean.
Oh, we got some Pumas fans in here. There's probably some Titans fans as well. Yeah, Cruz Azul, baby. That's the squad. And the last one I'll show off is going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks. So the road script hat for the current
Mhm,
jerseys. Nice little metallic green, nice little khaki outline to it. 2023 World Series patch. So the first one that we've done as a custom with the 2023 World Series patch. Of course, that was last year's team.
mhm.
I dig it.
Yeah, and I mean, very rarely do I say that I like a loser patch for a team, but I feel like this is a perfect example of a loser patch that's executed really, really well with the color scheme. I mean, and that's Atlanta Braves fans like we know all about loser patches because I feel like the most people put that the World Series that the Braves did not win on hats. They
Oh
don't
yeah.
put the one that we did win on there. Ironically enough, even though both of the years they didn't change the World Series logo at all. So um but yeah, I feel like this is a good one. I do like it. I like that we're going with the matching the top button to the actual top visor as well. And oh, Kobe not Kobe with a good question for you, Ben. He said, "Is this the media guy patch?"
Yeah, it is actually.
Oh,
Good call out there. It's kind of funny because it's kind of a boring patch. Like they really haven't improved much over the last couple of years.
mm-hmm,
And I'm not trying to hate. Like there's genius in simplicity. But based on let's go back to the '90s World Series patches and all the way up through today. I feel like
mm-hmm.
things were more creative between like 1996 and I'll say like 2009 roughly, and
Yeah.
then 2010 on, it's just kind of been the same over and over. 2018 was a bit peculiar.
Yes,
Uh,
it was.
and 2012 and 2013 were good because at least they had the commissioner's trophy on there.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like 2020 was like the last interesting one because it had the globe on it. But like you said, there really wasn't any. You didn't see the pennant on there. You didn't really see
Yep.
anything else that kind of made it look like a World Series patch. But hopefully, who knows? Hopefully, 2024 they get back to their roots.
I hope so too. And the one thing I will point out in regard to any World Series patches, they're not
Mhm,
designed by New Era. They're actually designed by the same company who makes like sleeve patches. So don't be hating
mhm.
on New Era for any of these designs.
Yeah.
Um, Third in line, is this an Ishmael Wainwright hat? Is that what you're alluding to
Um,
on this? And I just didn't know.
he said Ish's hats have been the best thing for Phoenix through 2 games.
I agree with that.
I think he's talking about. I don't. Yeah, I was like, Ish's hats have been the best thing. Yeah, I don't know if this is an Ish hat. Austin, is this an Ish hat? Tell us. And
Hi,
also shout out
Austin,
to yeah, what's up, Austin? And yeah. So Best of AZ said he was rocking this hat last night.
because he's a badass.
I
Okay.
know he's been wearing the hats on court. Okay, yeah. Like I said, that's what we like to see. I mean, I want to see some tunnel fits with some hat club hats, like some full tunnel fits, like not just the little clips here and there.
And I was gonna say, outside of Utah Furry, Ishmael Wainwright, damn good dressed man.
Now, listen, man, I follow Ish. Ish is good people, man. Friend of the brand, friend of mine. So shouts out to him. I know Chat's been talking about their surprise that the San Francisco is actually sitting. Um, you know, I think that it's a good sign in the sense that I think that normally people aren't able to grab things as quickly. I think people were used to seeing this San Francisco script specifically with the All-Star game patch. So I thought
True.
this was a nice switch up. I thought this was a nice change up from him as well.
Actually, I will say in regard to San Francisco script hats, Great Mall just got a nice little supply of some new ones, black and icy blue, two
Mm,
tones. I know a couple people scooped them up yesterday, so if you get a chance, go by and get them.
mhm. Yeah, it's definitely yeah, I would say peace. I think for most people it's the patch, but again, I feel like diversity is the spice of life, man. You can't keep running the same patch over and over and over again.
True.
Yeah.
Give me 1 sec. Oh my god. Sorry.
No, you're good.
No, I wasn't good for a second, but now we're solid. So tomorrow is the day. Cattle pack hats, New York Yankees, two-tone Houston Astros. And I gotta say, whoever put it together and was able to get Johnny Manziel to do the ads for these, fantastic work.
Fantastic work. Hat Club is the only place that you will see Johnny Football, now affectionately probably known as Johnny Baseball, in a bolo tie, also wearing two cow print inspired hats. Shouts out to the Cattle Pack. Yes, chat, we did that. Put that in the record books. We're that good.
It's too cool.
Yes,
And
Bearded Hannibal. It is also the milk stash for me. That I feel like this is one of the things, and I'm gonna humble brag on this. I feel like we do a really, really great job with marketing, like all of our packs. And I think this is like a prime example of just spot on, really good marketing.
I agree. The one thing I will say that I hope we get back to
Mhm,
is back in, 2020, 2021 when we used to do like movie trailers, like movie
mhm.
trailer quality videos for like all the upcoming collections. I want to see us go back to that because I like it was
Yeah.
less about, oh my God, this is a cool hat, this is a cool hat, and like, but it's just like spotting all the Easter eggs that are inside. But it was just like it was a really cool vibe.
Yeah, I mean, even just like there's just simple, like there's a simplicity to this marketing that I really like. Like, for example, got hats. I mean, obviously, if you were in high school and you saw any of the posters, you know what I'm talking about. Sub hats out with a certain type of word. But I feel like this was just like a really nice nod to, I mean, for me, it took me back to high school. Like when I saw this ad and and just how it was really well executed. I I'm gonna
Austin, I will humbly take your criticism on that. Yes, the sweethearts from this year was fantastic. So yes,
Mhm,
we have gotten back into that realm. So I'm not,
yeah.
yeah, my bad.
Austin said, "Get it together, Ben.
I
Get
know.
it together."
I also want to point out somebody said, "Oh, NoHo's Edgar said hire Chief for the trailers." Chief already works for Hat Club. What are you talking about?
You can't rehire a legend, guys. Come on now. You know this. Shouts to Ugly Man Chief, man.
No,
It's my guy.
seriously, because he's been the one that's been shooting a lot of stuff on the ground. He's been doing some ad work as well. So no, he's doing it, man.
Yeah, and then I mean, we also have, I mean, Geese out there. Shouts out to him as well. No team, Q as well as Buck. Everybody. I feel like it's a team effort, guys. I mean, if it's not really well stated, it's always a team effort whenever these campaigns come together and how we put things together.
Oh yeah. Obviously, we're gonna do some cattle pack trivia, but we're gonna do that at the very end, like we typically do. Just want to give you guys a reminder that the cattle pack is dropping 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m.
Mhm.
Eastern, hackclub.com, Hack Club app, as well as NoHo and the LA store.
So, Ben, I think I'm asking a question that chat is also going to have. I know that we dropped the New York early. So, in this release that's coming tomorrow, is the New York just done, or are there going to be still some stock of the New York left?
Oh, do you mean the Texas Rangers one?
Or no, because didn't we dropped the Yankees early, right, on the
No,
website?
no, we
Okay,
haven't
we
dropped
did.
any of them yet.
Okay, got you, dude.
That the Texas Rangers one that dropped last week is the only
Oh,
one that we did early,
okay,
but it
yeah.
was just because it was already scheduled to drop that date, and we just didn't
Mhm.
rotate it into with the other 2, so that's
Got
why
you.
that one went, so.
Yeah. I was confusing the Texas with the other 2, so perfect, yeah. Chat's asking about stock.
All
How's
good.
stock looking on these?
Okay, so it's on the lower end, but there's a very specific reason why. It's
Mhm.
a new material that we haven't used, so it's not like we could order, like, a ton of them.
Right.
But it will be a matter of you're gonna have to fight for it, so not gonna lie. So,
Yeah.
if you're near NoHo or you're near LA, you increase your chances of being able to scoop it up. So I will say that.
Bearded Hannibal. That's exactly the reason we ran out of cows. We only had
Yeah.
a small group. The Chick-fil-A cows, unfortunately, are uncooperative.
And Austin makes a great point. Sell them out and we make a part 2, so everybody wins.
Yeah, I mean, but Chad, I will say, I think that these will, for those that really want it, you will have an opportunity to get it. Because last week when we talked about these, a lot of people were just questioning it. Like, I don't know if you could really pull off fits with it. And let's just say I too will be joining the sweepstakes. So because I take it as a personal challenge that I'm gonna have to really get a fit off with that hat. So I too will be in the sweepstakes.
All right, I got two things to say, and these are both things that I noticed on Twitter. One,
Mhm.
somebody had a pair of the Ben and Jerry's Dunks, and it'll go perfectly with that.
Mhm.
The other thing is only one person, and I mean one person on Twitter said these hats are terrible and that they're ugly. And all I gotta say is, I don't know who you are, guy, but you're fucking wrong.
Yeah, listen, I always say this. I mean, and my sneakerheads in the chat can back me on this. When the concept art comes out, everybody's like, I don't know, I don't like it. Then when the shoe actually official pictures come out, oh, that's pretty okay.
Yeah.
Then somebody does a really good fit in it. Yo, those are hard. So trust me, I feel like it's gonna be the same way. Someone's gonna pull off a fit that goes crazy with these, and they're just like, man, I should have copped.
And I will say, once you see these in hand, you'll understand what I'm talking about as far as the material and stuff, because I mean,
Mhm.
it's not real cowhide, but it's real synthetic looking cowhide. And so it's like there's a lot of
Yeah.
detail in it. And so
Mhm.
going back to, not enough materials to make like a gaggle of hats. That's why we're at the numbers that we're at. So
Yeah, I feel like this is, I mean, for me, Chad, I'm going for the Yankee. I mean, I like the Texas, don't get
ooh.
me wrong, but I just feel like something about that a hat that's fully cow print to me is just it's different. It's loud, but it's different. I like it.
Austin said, Chief told me he's breaking out the assless chaps for a full fit Friday. Fantastic.
No, Austin, I need well, ugly man, Chief, you're a brave man. I don't think I could pull that off. Yeah.
I mean, Flashback does bring up a good point that all chaps are assless, but it's just funnier to say assless chaps. I think
Yeah,
we
I
all agree
feel
on that.
like the visual you get when you say that is in your mind is just like, you know what? Not me, man. I couldn't do it.
No, me either. One thing I will also point out is I haven't had to do it in a while, but I will
Mhm.
be on my computer after everything sells out because we all know it's going to sell out fast. And
Mhm.
yes, I will go through orders looking for bot orders before they ship out. So don't worry.
Yep. Listen, I feel like if you yes, chat, and just to reiterate, please no one climb any billboards to try to take pictures with certain cows that represent a certain
Don't
restaurant,
do that.
fast food
Don't
chain.
do
Please
that.
don't. Be safe. Be fly, but be safe.
We don't want a lawsuit on our hands. We can't afford it.
Yeah.
Um, you want to go over some variety packs that are dropping over the next few days?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right,
Yeah.
one sec. I got to go on the big screen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Uh,
All right. So because we're coming at the end of the month, we got a lot of variety packs coming to finish everything out. We're gonna save a lot more collection heat for you guys for the beginning of May, which is awesome.
yep.
So Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. I had to really think about that because like the 11 and 2 time frame is like so ingrained in my head that I have to like really calculate everything if it's a different time. So yeah,
Mhm.
8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern time, variety pack dropping online. So hackclub.com, hackclub app.
Yep.
Number one is going to be a San Francisco Giants for Chana FC because he said, please.
I
And yes, these are going to be made in China. So a nice little light khaki, a good little pewter graphite front logo with the 80s logo. Tell it goodbye for Candlestick Park. black upper visor, black button, good little metallic pewter, metallic
Wow.
green and orange flat stitch batting on the back, black sweatband and cool gray undervisor.
Yeah, I don't know if chat feels the same way, but I'm gonna say this now. Pewter is slowly becoming my favorite metallic threading.
Mhm.
It's just it's very versatile. I'm like every time I see it, it has that right pop. And I really what I like about this hat is typically we go team. I mean, we go team colors, obviously, for the baddie, like for some of these, but I really like how we use the side patch colors for the Batterman on this one. Very, very clean.
Solid.
Very, very clean. And the Batterman's pewter. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Sheesh.
All right. I'm gonna save the Mariners one for last. Um, I know, I know we're losing hockey in Phoenix slash
Mhm.
not Tucson, Tempe,
Mhm.
because the Coyotes are going to Utah now, which is hilarious.
That doesn't make
But it doesn't mean we can't stop doing Tucson Roadrunners hats.
whew. This is like I do like this. This is kind of giving me like D-backs
Yeah,
type of vibes by the color scheme a little bit.
I think that was definitely the game plan there. But yeah,
Mm,
black crown, purple button, purple upper visor, definitely old school D-backs vibes. A little bit more on
yeah.
the green side, so kind of like old school Anaheim Mighty Ducks colorways.
Mm,
And of course, it's going to have the AHL patch on the back,
mhm.
black sweatband, gray undervisor, and made in China. I know I said Tucson at first, but it was just because I was staring at this hat when I meant to say
Yeah.
Tempe, which is actually where the Coyotes were playing until about a week ago.
So quick question about that, Ben. Is
Oh,
it
bring it on.
possible as are is there any way that like so with those hats do we always have to use that logo where the Batterman normally goes or can we make those plain Janes?
No, we can make plain Janes.
I would have been interested to see that as a plain Jane. Not that I don't like that back logo, but I feel like as a plain Jane that would have been interesting.
Yeah, because we've done a ton of Tucson Roadrunners hats over the years, and so
Mhm.
some have them, some don't. I think it's
Yeah.
just like more of a. I'm sure they added it in just because a lot of people prefer like for MLB hats the Batterman or the minor league hats the Batterman logo on the back of those, and so it's just like,
Mhm.
let's just throw it in just because like me, I typically like to wear my hats backward. And I like the logo
Right.
showing. So,
Yeah. I'm with it.
um, I see everybody guessing names as far as what the Utah franchise is going to be. I've heard
SFC.
Yetis is going to be like the number one most popular name. I
Yetis?
personally think you could just go like a singular name and call them like either the Utah Hive or the Salt Lake City Hive because
Oh,
it is the B state. It is the B state.
hmm. That would be I feel like that would be very on brand for them. I think Yeti for I think like Yeti is also cool too. I think like, but I would be interested to see what that logo would look like because I feel like the Roadrunner it looks proportional. It's like I would just want to see what that Yeti logo would look like.
My only issue with the Yeti is the Colorado Avalanche have a logo. It's like their alternate two logo of a Yeti's foot. So
Mm,
I feel like from a legal standpoint, they're going to run into some issues with that.
yeah, I feel like I think I'm with you, Ben. I'm with you, Ben. I think that will be a let's see. I think that'll be a good one. I think the Hive will be a good choice.
PUMCV. You got me cracking up right now.
Bike riders.
Hey, I grew up Mormon. Let's not bash on the Mormons, guys. Come on. This is the third and final hat that's going to be dropping on Friday.
Hmm.
I think John posted this one. So Seattle Mariners script, great metallics in this one, 30th
Yes.
anniversary. And then of course this one's going to be a pinky undervisor. Um, some old school retro vibe in the color scheme for sports in Seattle, I would say with this one.
Yeah. I feel like for me at this one, and you could tell me if I'm wrong, Ben. I do like the Seattle spell out. I do like it. A part of me feels like if we would have went block S,
Oh, would have gone so hard in the paint.
if we like now, I mean now I do like the Seattle spell out. And I think we have been using the Block S for a while, so maybe that was just a, "Hey, let's try something different," but I feel like with those metallics, like we just changed the front logo, that would've went crazy.
Yeah. The Edgar indeed, G. Laurent. I agree with that. So yeah, these three Friday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hackclub app. There you go. Variety pack number one.
Yeah. Kingdom, I was not ignoring you. Ben just started going into the variety pack. He asked if this is an all corduroy Angels hat. It actually is.
Oh, hold
Like,
on. I'll bring you up on the big screen so
yeah.
everybody can see it. Boom.
So, funny story about this hat. There was a pack that we released last year. I think it was the champagne pack, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if
Yes, it
I'm wrong.
was.
And this was a hat that initially came to some of the ambassadors as promo, but it never actually, fully came out. So kind of can see here, it's all basically like a beige. You got that metallic copper in there,
Oh, God.
and then obviously you got that on the baddie, green UV black guts, and this was made in Bangladesh. So yes,
All variations of those like seemingly alcohol-based corduroy hats were all great. The only bad part was we dropped them at the worst possible time just because they came in so late.
yeah, it's like so. I've actually, yeah, it looks white on screen, but this is actually so. No, this is not a pack, Leominas. That's coming. Well, never say never, but this was something. This was part of the champagne pack, and it was unreleased. So, um, I saw it today, and I was like, wow, I've not worn this in a while, so it's very clean. So but yeah, like when you see this actually in the light, it's more of like a beige color. You can see it actually here a lot better. It's more beige, it's not really white. But it is all corduroy.
Nice. Adrian CR211111. You've only missed 3 hats, and those are the hats that are dropping on Friday because Cattle Pack is dropping tomorrow. So I guess technically you missed 5.
Mhm. And since we're going over another pack, another
Moving
brimstone.
on into Saturday, these are going to drop 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. It's another variety pack. Once again, only 3 hats. So alternate eye logo, Cleveland Indians. That is a navy
Mhm.
blue crown, black button, black upper visor, Jacobs Field patch on the side. And this one is going to be made in China and have a green under visor and a black sweatband.
I really do like this. I like that combination of the metallic script eye
Oh,
with
yeah.
the with that Jacobs field. I think did we do was it an Indian script
Uh,
with this last time?
yeah. Actually, we've done Indians and Guardians with the metallic script.
Fair enough. Austin being the timekeeper, he said we gotta pick up the pace.
Yep, I'm on it. Next up, San Francisco Giants spring training logo, G logo, all navy blue, a little bit of light metallic royal blue around the G logo, 2007 All-Star game.
Like it. Very
Yeah,
clean.
made in China, green under visor, not bad.
I would have
Um,
so Cap Crusader is close. I would have liked to see that as a blueberry UV for that crown. Green is
say that
okay.
again.
On that last Giants we showed, I would have liked to see that as a blueberry UV. I know
Oh, so
people
a
would have
blue under
probably
visor on this one.
what is?
No, I know. Is that what he means by blueberry?
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, like so, like not a icy, but like a blue, like so the same blue that Sneaker Fiend Day had on her Phillies from the first Quiet Storm pack. I felt like because of the side patch, I think that would have been really nice.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that one.
Hmm.
This will be the last one for Saturday. So old school Cincinnati Reds, old English logo. So light khaki or Vegas gold. Sorry for
Yeah.
the crown. Navy blue button, navy blue logo, navy blue upper visor. 150th anniversary, and this one's actually going to be an icy under visor.
Hmm. Let me see the front of the hat and the side
Yeah,
patch again.
it's not a bad combination of colors there.
No, not at all. This is yeah, chat. I was getting the same vibes. Lost beer pack, maybe.
It's fair. It's
Very
very
clean
fair,
though.
actually.
Yeah.
Good call right there.
Yeah. Shouts out to chat, man. Y'all are on it
Yeah.
today.
But that's it. That's it for Saturday. So just those 3. Moving on into Monday, another variety pack, of course. This one's kind of all over the place, so give me 1 sec. All right, I'm gonna go through these kind of quick. This one actually already dropped at Great Mall. Black crown, black button, black upper visor, metallic copper SF logo, and it's the alternate 2007 All-Star Game patch. It's the All-Star Week patch, more specifically. So these are gonna be dropping on Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. Cool gray under visor, black on the sweatband, and these ones are made in China. Woo.
Big Show, not yet. But I do like this. I do like the fact that like the copper in the front logo goes with the copper in the front of that trolley. Very, very nice. Very nice touch.
You know what, G. Laurent? I feel like you're right that it did drop. So it might have been pulled and we just it was the wrong date or something like that. Or they sent me the wrong hat. That is a possibility. Well, F. Moving on. This one is basically just a restock. So New York Yankees, olive green, 1996 World Series side patch, gray under visor, black sweatband. I feel like the Batterman logo in the back is like the only difference compared to the ones that we've dropped previously.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think the Batterman is slightly different. Oh, um, I think this. Yeah, I feel like the Batterman color is different.
Yeah. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of giving me martini vibes.
I'm gonna switch these 2 around.
Just not pink martini vibes.
Oakland A's up next. So navy blue with a cardinal upper visor, cardinal button, Battle of the Bay 1989 World Series side patch. Oh, you missed me freezing earlier, Adrian. Believe me, it's happened. Flat stitch baddie, retro green under visor, black on the sweatband, and made in China. So just a really good colorway, I think, actually, for an A's hat.
Yeah, I do feel like that's very clean. If it would like when I first saw that, I was thinking like Braves colors, but then the red, like that's not like that deeper red is like I think that's like the main difference.
Yep.
Athletic Braves. Yeah, Cap Crusader, definitely. I feel like if I wore this, somebody would say, "Oh wow, is that an Atlanta Braves hat?" It's like, no. No.
All right, moving on. I dig the hell out of this one for obvious reasons. Minnesota Twins, black crown, forest green upper visor, forest green button, metallic royal, metallic green M logo, with the 25th anniversary side patch.
Listen, chat. Do right. Like I feel like we just had a conversation about how infrequently, I think it was last week when we went over some variety pack hats, we used that specific Twins patch.
Yep.
That's clean. That's very clean. If you had a specific jersey from a specific team, um, way back when, in the Twin City area, this might be the hat for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta say, this one's definitely coming home for me.
yeah. I feel like of all the variety pack hats you've shown, that right there is monstrous. I feel like we did the cool fashion not too long ago that I think was inverted because it was actually
You're right.
that blue, I think was the upper. But as like I think I just wore it not too long ago. But yeah, I need that. I need that.
All right, these next 2 are interesting. Old school St. Louis Cardinals.
Wow.
And the Rickwood Field side patch.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like
And
that.
this is gonna be a heather gray. So I mean, oh, sorry, it's not St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Stars. Because these are both Negro League / minor league hats.
No, that's actually very clean. I really like that as a matter of fact.
Retro
Kind of like
green.
if you have a Negro League baseball jersey, because they do have Negro League jerseys that specifically came in that color. Very, very clean. I think for me, it's the side patch. It's the contrast between the side patch and the front logo because you have the
Yeah.
metallic blue and then you have that copper on the side. That's clean.
Oh, it gets worse. Same side patch. This is gonna be a stone crown. But old school San Francisco Seals.
Wow. That's giving me like that's low key giving me like Chicago Bears vibes a little bit with
Yeah.
the colors. But that's a very solid every day. That's a very solid every day. I would cop that. Actually, I like personally, I like that one slightly now that you showed me that one because of the color scheme. I like that one a little bit more than
What?
the St. Louis.
The more I look at this, the more like it's listed as San Francisco Seals, but the more I look at it, this looks like a fucking Chicago Cubs hat.
It really does. Or you say it looks like a Chicago Cubs hat.
Well, it's listed. I was gonna say, according to the sticker, it's a San Francisco Seals.
Mm.
But that looks like a
No,
bear.
it definitely does look like a bear. That's definitely a bear.
Okay,
Um,
and third in line, yes. I was gonna say it's just like I think somebody mislabeled this one. So
yes, San Francisco Sea Lions. Yeah. That's like I think for me, like I understand that the team is the Seals, but I'm saying my eyes and also the color combination is it's literally screaming Chicago Bears, but very, very solid crown. I think somebody asked what color is the top visor. That top visor looks navy.
it's navy blue, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a solid hat. I
But I
think
was gonna say it is the Seals colorway, which were navy blue and orange. So it's like I get that aspect, but it's just like I'm very confused by this right now.
oh, Ugly Man Chief said he has an Ebbets jersey of them with that logo. So
Wait,
then
of the Seals or is it
yeah,
Chicago?
he said of the Seals.
Okay, thank God.
Mhm.
But it looks like a bear.
Yeah, yeah, because like even right like near where like the
Sea
bottom of it
lions.
kind of trapezoids out, you could kind of see that. You could kind it almost looks like a bear paw, but maybe that's the flipper. Maybe
Everybody's
that
saying
is the
sea
flipper.
lions, so I guess that makes more sense.
Mhm. Sea lion. Fair enough. I might
Twins was
get that
made in
one.
China. All the variety packs are made in China. So anyway,
Mhm.
that's Monday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, hackclub.com, Hack Club app. And the last one we got for you. Blah. Last variety pack. These are going to be dropping Wednesday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Mhm.
Going to start off with the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Very clean hat.
Little Mexican flag on the side.
Mm.
Good colorway there.
Is that a no baddie?
Actually, there is a baddie.
Okay.
Same
And it's
colorway as the front logo. Nothing dropping on Tuesday, so that's why we jumped all the way to May 1st.
mhm. Good
Retro
Kelly
green,
Green.
black sweatband, and made in China.
Shouts out to Austin for using his Spanish adjectives there.
Caliente.
Caliente.
I love it. If you guys weren't already a big fan of the upside down LA Dodgers logo, we got another one coming at you. So this is going to be black, black, black. 40th anniversary of the LA Dodgers in Los Angeles.
Mhm.
Actually, white tonal flag or white new era flag, not tonal flag.
Mhm.
Not something we do often. Flat stitch batting on the back. Retro green undervisor, black sweatband, and made in Laos on this one.
Laos. That's clean. I mean, I do like the fact that we kind of switched it up a little bit, went with the white new era flag instead of the tonal. I
Yeah,
think it hits well off of the upside down LA Dodgers logo.
I agree. I agree.
Mhm.
Another Arizona Diamondbacks up next. So all crimson red,
Yeah.
black and white as far as the front A logo, and 1998 inaugural season Diamondbacks. So bit of metallic red, a little bit of metallic gold on the outside there.
Hmm. It's an interesting color we chose as the base color. Tonally. It's like
But it also makes sense because this is like a variation of a hat that we dropped like a while back, like, and we're talking years ago.
yeah.
So I kind of get it. I assure you, it's not infrared. It's like red.
Yeah, it looks like
Like my
I could
eyes.
hear it.
My eyes are
I could hear
red,
it
just like
before I
this
saw
hat.
it. I could definitely hear it before I saw it.
Next up, I got three more. San Francisco Giants up next. So black and brown two-tone,
Mhm.
all metallic, pewter, gold, and copper 1984 All-Star Game side patch.
This is that's a T800 John
Oh,
creation, isn't it?
100%.
So what's funny is, so there was one hat that there was a variety pack hat that he dropped a while back. It was the same 80s style, but the SF did not have any trim around it. And now he
Yep.
went with the, yeah, I need to complete the set. I need that one. I need that.
Retro green, black sweatband. This one is going to be made in Laos, and yeah, it does have the metallic copper on the outskirts of the SF logo, and the actual the threading for the interior is actually like bone or pearl, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Show that side pack. Oh my goodness.
It's glossy, man.
Man. I don't know who got a T800 John, man, but that one right there.
Well, I was gonna say it helps that T100 John is a Niners and a Giants fan.
See, this is now I'm understanding why he why he put his foot in all of these hat designs. I'm
Oh yeah,
understanding now.
oh yeah. Next up, Anaheim Angels. So navy blue crown, olive green upper visor and button. That is the jersey script with a metallic icy blue on the outskirts there.
Mm,
And Jackie Robinson 50th anniversary side patch.
this might be a Lost Jackie pack,
Yeah.
maybe. Okay. I best Angels logo. I wouldn't say it's the best Angels logo. I've always felt like the Disney A is always, for me personally, has been a favorite. The second runner up for me is the lowercase a with the halo over it. I feel like that one
Ooh,
I
the
like a little bit more.
1971, eh?
Yeah, I mean, some people say the CA is tough too. I do like it on certain hats, but I think I've not seen a bad hat with the lowercase
Are,
a halo.
are you talking about the CA during like the early 90s?
Yes, like the
Okay.
same one that we did for the chocolate, the cookie pack. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
I personally am a fan of the 80s version, so just the stiff A Halo logo. I like the
Mm,
wider version.
okay.
Everything about what I just said is going to be misconstrued, and I hate all you guys in the chat. They're going to make fun of me for that. But that was the late 80s version, so like the 1988 through 1992.
So the same one that we use for I think like that.
There it is.
Yeah, so I think what was it? That was the one that we used in the beer pack, right?
It is,
I
yeah.
think. Mhm, okay, cool.
I saved this one for you. Last
Yes.
one we got. Atlanta Braves. So navy blue crown, kind of like a light indigo as far as the upper visor and the button up top. That is a metallic red on the outskirts of
Mm.
the A logo, and then inaugural season of SunTrust Park.
Wow. Okay. So the crown itself is navy. That's not black, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, that patch is insane, and yeah, that's gonna have to come home. Yes.
I feel you on that one. And these so all the variety pack hats that are dropping on Wednesday were made in Laos. Whereas all the other, so the
Mhm.
Friday, the Saturday, and the Monday, all those variety pack hats are made in China. Boom. I like this hat a
Yeah.
lot.
I do like that hat a lot because at first I thought that that was metallic copper as the outline, but I'm very pleased that that's actually metallic red.
Oh yeah. All
Mhm.
right. We've kept you guys in suspense long enough, so I think it's time for some cattle pack trivia to get you guys some invoices for tomorrow. So we're gonna keep it
Indeed.
fair. We're gonna do 2 Yankees and 2 Astros.
Mhm.
I'm gonna let Tefuri read the Yankees questions
Okay.
because I'm not gonna lie, the Astros questions are a bit of a word jumble, and I will take full responsibility if I fuck it up.
Perfect. So we're gonna okay, so chat, this is so question number one. The cow print on the cattle pack hats is taken from which breed of cows?
Remember,
I'll
guys, this
answer.
is for the Yankees.
Yeah, this is for the Yankees. So question again is the cow print on the cattle pack hats is taken from which breed of cows? Adrian milk
Well, they're
cow.
obviously milk cows, Adrian. My God.
Oh, Elcott.
Hey, Elcott,
Whoa.
got it.
See, chat. What I'm starting to learn is who I need to go to when we have trivia nights. And Elk Dot, Cape Cape Crusader, you guys are yeah, I'm gonna need you guys on my team.
Oh, and
And
then we
shout
gotta
out to
throw
official
Mr.
Tony and
3130 in there as well. So,
yeah,
because I mean
Get
that guy
Trolled
knows.
Son, VT Kevin R. Elk Dot was first, but y'all were coming, y'all were definitely coming with the answers really quickly. In Japan, it's way good.
All right, we'll give this one a couple seconds
Okay.
before we jump into the next question.
All right. Let's see here. All right. So, second question is going to be cows tend to produce more milk while listening to which genre of music?
This
I've
is a
learned
fact.
more from Ben's questions. I've learned more about cows in like the last few hours than I think I've ever known anywhere. Well, Super Mario,
Ah, okay, we got to uh,
do
I
we?
I'm gonna give it to Super Mario because I know what they were going for.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
kind of
sorry, Peace 2314. But yeah, Super Mario. Hold on, let me write it down.
yeah.
That's a
So yeah.
VRIO.
So chat just for transparency and clarity. So the answer was classical, but classic we knew what Super Mario was going for. That's why we were trying to figure out if we were going to be dead on, rights for that one or if we were just going to let the classic slide. I think we let that one slide. So shouts out to Super Mario on that.
Yeah, dude, Super Mario. Good job, brother. I'll be honest with you. My wife wrote that question.
Wow. Tag
So
team couch trivia champions over there.
my
I
my
like it.
wife growing up was in 4-H and was definitely around a lot of farm animals and cows especially. And so she knows her shit. I mean, she's from Wisconsin, so
Okay. Yeah, see, this is y'all are teaching me about cows. I just and here I thought all we got from cows is milk. Clearly, clearly there's a lot more to that story. Cow couple, Austin.
I don't know where cow couple comes from. I mean, yeah, I'm from California, which produces the
Uh,
best milk and or cheese in the country, but whatever.
mm. See, and Austin
Oh, there she
apparently,
is.
yeah, and Austin says apparently he's raising his hand because he has tipped a cow before. Was this in the middle of the night, Austin? Did you like break into a cow pasture? We're gonna
I
need that story next
I
week.
have I have never tipped a cow, but I definitely want to hear the story.
What about leather? You know, she knows.
All right. Are we ready for the Astros? I got
I
two for
think
you
we are.
guys. And like I
Yeah.
said, they're kind of long, so you got to hear the entire question.
Yeah. All right, chat. Put your listening ears on. These are very in-depth questions.
And these are also indisputable. Indisputable. So, anyway.
Mm.
Question number 1. According to data from 2020 through 2022, California and Wisconsin are the two states who produce the most milk. Which state finished in third place for most milk production?
The answer surprised me.
It surprised the hell out of me too. Nope.
No.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. We already said Wisconsin. That's number 2. Nobody has said it yet. Surprisingly, it's not
No.
Texas. It's not Iowa.
Oh, 190 YJ. You got it.
Hey.
190 YJ coming in clutch with the answer. Idaho, the Idaho potato, the potato state. That's all I know Idaho for. So the fact that they were number 3 in milk production, that's insane. That
And
is
and
insane.
and so this is where I say it's indisputable because I looked at the data and I looked at it up close. Idaho actually produces like a couple 100,000 more gallons of milk, or at least between that time frame,
Mhm.
than Texas did. Texas finished in 4th place.
Ugly Man Chief, potato milk. You know what? I I guess because I that to me is just I would think a state like Texas where there's a lot more, just agriculture. Like there's a lot more going on out there. I mean, like I said, Idaho for potatoes. You don't think of them for milk. So
I don't know if you guys are like toast aficionados like I am, but I love potato bread.
I do like potato bread. A good chicken salad sandwich on
Ooh,
potato bread, toasted well.
ooh.
Listen, or a good tuna melt. Yeah, I'd. You know what? Y'all are making me hungry. Let me go see if Panera has any good sandwiches.
I
Ugly
love it.
man chief with the great meet the parents joke.
God damn it. All right, here's the last question. And before the show started, or at the start of the show, I said Southside Steve Wright wrote this question. I did not. So don't get mad at me.
Oh
I
man.
actually knew this answer because I'm stupid and I watch a lot of television. So the question is, which 90s cartoon had the main characters Moo Montana, Dakota Dude, and the Colorado Kid? It lasted from 1992 to 1993. Cartoon.
Cow chicken, no. I carrying, not Rocco's ugly man chief. Yeah, shouts
Yeah,
out to Southside Stevens.
it wasn't even on Nickelodeon.
Wow. Oh, peace.
Oh,
2314.
I
Yeah.
all right. So how are we doing this?
I mean, I
Should we bone? Should we bone Pete's 2314 for getting it
no,
95% correct?
no. And I'll say this because Peace 2314 was actually the second answer on the classical milk question. So
I
if
I
we so if we did it for Super Mario, to be fair, we got to do it for Peace
I
2314.
agree with that. The part that you missed at the front, Pete's 2314, is the cow, not anagram,
Acronym, yeah.
acronym. Thank you. The cow acronym before Boys of Moo Mesa. But yes, it is
Yeah.
Cowboys of Moo Mesa is the name of that cartoon, which is an
Yeah.
absolutely insane name for a show. But I do remember watching it as a child.
Yeah, yeah, peace. That, like I said, when I read these questions, I was like, man, I don't even think I would have known that without a Google search. I don't think I would have known that. And that sucks because I was born in the 90s and I did watch Fox. Like, I feel like I watched SWAT Cats, Gargoyles. For some reason, like, that show just never really came up for me as like something I would watch.
Hey, you know what? VT Kevin R, hit me up. I'll see. I'll see if I can work you in for one as well, because you pulling out the COW Code of the West is what that stood for. I feel like that's like
Mm.
extra credit right there. So well
Yeah, I feel
done.
like that's extra credit because I just thought it was cow for a play on, obviously all the names there. But no, that's
Code of the West.
shouts out to you guys. We need a Dragon Tales hat, Cape Crusader. Wow. I've not heard that show in a while.
Yes. So Elk Dot, Super Mario 190 YJ, and Peace 2314, and VT Kevin R. Shoot me a DM on my personal account like right now. All I need is full name, email address, and your hat size. I'll know it.
Yep.
I'll know which one it corresponds to. Because I got to
Mhm.
get this list in as soon as we like wrap up the show.
Yep.
Because the guy's at the office waiting to send it out. My account is SHAKABRODIE, Shaka Brody on Instagram.
Yep. Yeah, Rashad, unfortunately, we just finished the trivia and we got our winners, but Cattle Pack is dropping tomorrow, 11 a.m. PST, 2 p.m. EST on hackclub.com, Hack Club app.
Yes.
Have everything set up and ready to go because stock is low on these guys. It is limited, but to Austin's point, and we've said this before with collections, as you guys sell them out, it gives us more of a reason to put more into production.
Well, there's also, I can't remember if we talked about this before as far as like why we haven't done pre-orders in such a long time and how it's so much easier to do it when everything is the same material. So,
This could be an example of one of those, depending on how it performs and how we do. Maybe you never know.
Ugly Man Chief says, guys, I recommend sizing down.
Okay.
Interesting.
So would
I
you
didn't try it on, so I don't know.
so no, and I think that that's really good insight, Ugly Man Chief. So would you say size down like so like a one size down from your normal size, or what would you say? So like if you're a 3/8, should you go 1/4, or 1/2 go 3/8, something like that? or
Yeah,
you or
Ultimate Chief
more than
says
one size?
Ultimate Chief says we all tried them on at the store and all sized down. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. One size down is money. Oh, and
Oh shit.
Austin with the little Easter egg here. Pre-orders may be closer than you think.
That makes me so happy for so many reasons.
Listen, gotta like I mean, we've been doing a lot of really good stuff. You know, we revamped the rewards program. If you guys haven't checked that out, highly recommend that you do that. Make sure you rack up on those points. Um, like I said, it's a lot of good stuff coming in. And I think when we talked about the new rewards program, we also talked about the possibility of, well, pre-orders coming back. So definitely be in, definitely be in there.
Super Mario, I excuse me. DM me through my Instagram account. So I'll bring it back up again in the hold on one sec.
Hmm.
And I'll post it for you. There it is. Show.
There you go.
Boom. Right
Yep.
down below my head is yep, at Shaka Brody. Just hit me up on IG and we're good to go.
Sounds good to me.
Shauna
Yeah.
FC says more shirts. Okay.
That's interesting. Like I feel like we've been most of the pop-ups we see those come up, but I've seen like even the Houston pop-ups, like the shirts that we had out there, super tough. Slumped shirts was crazy. I really
Yeah.
liked all of his apparel, but all the apparel really for Houston, going all the way back to Sunday service. And I think did Beer Pack have shirts too? I thought they did.
Yes.
They did. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, dude, I was so out of it that day. I lost like
Pe-
10%
Peace.
of my brain.
So, Peace, I do owe you an explanation as to why I was not in Houston. So, funny thing was, I was in Texas, but I was in a different city in Texas the weekend after Hat Club left. So, it seemed like fate. Hat Club leaves Houston, and I was in Dallas. But I will definitely be making a trip to Houston. Shouts out actually to Houston because I'm wearing my guy, Shun
Hey.
God's shirt on the live. I didn't get a chance to show it off, but shouts out to my guy, Shun God. Great Hat Club ambassador, great friend. Had to show him some love tonight on chat for real.
Hell yeah.
So got to.
Uh so we always like to end the show with something that's non-hat related, whatever, usually about sports because that's how we are. But big in the news today, Reggie Bush is getting his Heisman Trophy back. Your thoughts, Tafuri?
So, I really feel like it was a long time coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pete, like I did that last brim switch for a reason. I had to end it on a good note. Um, but yeah, I'm happy that he's getting it back. For obvious reasons. I think that when they took it from him, uh, at the time, the NCAA clearinghouse and everything that was surrounding just amateur status for athletes. I thought it was interesting how they stated it. They said, "Oh, we just feel like now is the right time to give it back." So it
Uh-huh.
was I felt like that was kind of a low key, a subtle dig at him still because it was like even though they have no evidence to prove that he took, money during that time, it was like, well, since now we have NIL deals and technically our athletes can become professionals, because they can receive money. We feel like now is a good time to give it back to him. But I think Reggie handled it with class. He just said, you
Yeah.
know what, I'm thankful for it. We didn't acknowledge anything. We didn't apologize to them. They gave it back. And I think this is good for USC lore as well, because I felt like it was just a big hole, pause, just in USC's history, to not mention Reggie Bush. If you watched USC during that time and you saw how Reggie Bush played, like 1000%, you can't deny the greatness of him as a collegiate athlete. Just you just can't.
As a fan of the University of Oregon and watching that man him and Lendale White for that matter absolutely torch Oregon's defensive line and secondary. It was depressing, but at the same time, witnessing a running back duo of their caliber was absolutely incredible.
I mean, that USC offense was just so high powered. I mean, you
Fuck
literally
Matt Leinart, first off.
but I mean, but it's like, but you also have to think like Reggie Bush was pretty much like, you know, they were putting him everywhere on the field. I mean, there were times where they had him, doing punt return special teams sometimes. There were times where they're actually having him operate, out of wildcat formation, with like, Pete Carroll at the helms. They were just such a really versatile team. And I think that was the year Reggie Bush was there. They played Vince Young in
Yeah.
Texas, I think, for the national championship. And a lot of people was like, "Oh, I don't know, Vince Young might take USC." And again, Reggie Bush was just a difference maker, at that level. It's like I said, people they don't just give the Heisman away. If you go back and look at his Heisman season, there's a reason he won that trophy.
And it's kind of funny how many people still have the debate between whether or not Reggie Bush should have gotten that award or Vince Young should have gotten it that year, which I feel like is probably one of the most fair arguments you can
Mhm,
have for a Heisman of any year.
mhm.
Maybe the year that Cam Newton won, I don't know. I was okay with it because I won like a lot of money on that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that was just a year where it was like it was his to lose.
yeah.
Like in the same way that we look at, Cam's year. And I think for Cam, it was just the story of how like he was on that Florida team with Tim Tebow, leaves, goes to JUCO, then goes to Auburn, starts at Auburn, you know, basically becomes a QB1 again, leads them to, basically a national championship. It was like I think that storylines have a lot to play with it as well. And I think just like, like you said, I would compare it to, I would say Reggie Bush, Cam Newton. It's gonna pay me to say this, but I feel even like Tim Tebow, I think that Florida team was just different, on all sides. It was like there are years where you could see like the Heisman is unanimously, it's this guy and then the field. And I feel like in those three instances, it was like that in recent history and memory.
Oh
Um,
my god.
And it's like, even I'm not even gonna
Sorry, that reaction is to what my name is Eric said. My name is
no,
Eric
no,
said.
I exactly. I like
God damn it.
exactly, Austin. Yes, very different. But I will say this, but I will say this to me, Reggie in many ways, I think just you win national championship in college, then you go on to the NFL, play with the Saints, win a championship with them as well. Percy Harvin, that's a name I've not heard in a very, very long time. But
Yeah.
from that Florida squad again, one of the few guys like on the field that had real life track speed. Like I don't think people really understood how fast Percy Harvin really was. Like in college, everybody always just say, "Oh, it's college, so he just runs fast against other people." But in the league, he was actually legitimately leaving gapping guys like 5 to 10 yards on receptions and on special teams. Um, Ted Ginn was fast as well.
Yep.
Um, but I feel like, and again, this might be me partially because I ran track. It's like track speed to me versus football speed is different. Like you could see a guy that is fast for a football player, but I think when you have a guy that's actually track fast and can move with that equipment on, as far as like pass, shoulder pass, everything, and still is gapping guys by 5 to 10 yards, that's a different type of speed.
I'm gonna throw
I,
some bias in here on that one. Continuing with the track speed. Uh,
yeah,
Oregon legend DeAnthony Thomas. Boom.
yes. I mean, you could even see it like with guys like Tyreek Hill. I'm really trying. I mean, even the guy that was doing special teams for the Bears? Always
Oh, Devin Hester, baby.
Devin Hester, like University of Miami product, insane speed. It's like I said, I feel like when you understand how to be fast, like not just straight line fast, but also moving. Austin. Um, just being able to move, laterally, have lateral quickness as well. It's like those are guys that I think of, off the top of my mind that are really, really good. Yeah, Hester, exactly. And then yeah, Ty
Ugly
Austin, we
man
have to
cheek
ask
pulling
you
out
next week with
Deshaun
you.
Jackson at Cal, which I can agree with because I mean, God, he made Nate Longshore look like a goddamn like Pro Bowler.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's guys that you see when they play, like you can obviously tell like closing speed, being able to run guys down. I mean, even like, let's see, like I would say even guys that are like larger. I mean, like the Troy Polamalu's of the world. I mean, Ray Lewis's. I mean, Ed Reeds. I mean, when you talk about guys like that that just have good not only football IQ but have just are gifted physically from a speed perspective, that's just different. And Chris Johnson was definitely different. I mean, I know a lot of people now know, Derrick Henry, with Tennessee, but Chris Johnson was a different beast as far as like speed. And Calvin Johnson as well, yeah, Georgia Tech product. I think Calvin, it was the combination of just his size, stature, like how tall he was and how strong he was. Like when I used to work out at Georgia Tech, his record, I think for either deadlifting or squatting is still up there. Like
Goddamn.
he like legitimately was like a unit. Like Calvin was just like I said, just one of those guys that was just truly gifted, like from a height and strength and speed perspective. Megatron, exactly. I talk about the best dual sport collegiate athlete right now.
All right, let's go on the next tandem with or tangent with that.
Okay,
Greatest two sport athletes of all time.
Dion. You got to
Oh,
talk about Dion. You got to talk about Bo Jackson.
it's a good one.
Um,
I'm gonna
yeah,
throw Danny Ainge, Hack Club founder Danny Ainge out in there.
Danny. Yeah, I
I
could.
know I know he's a little white Mormon kid from Eugene, Oregon, but hey, the man played for the Toronto Blue Jays and the Boston Celtics, Portland Trailblazers, Phoenix Suns.
Bo over Dion.
No, I'm not saying over, but hey.
Oh,
But
yeah, I mean
at
Donovan.
the same time, Danny Ainge was also a 5-star college or like high school quarterback. So
1,000%. Big Show, I like that you pulled out Jim Thorpe as well. That's a good
good
call
one.
out. Jackie definitely could have. But if we're saying official two sport athletes, as much as I want to include
Charlie
Jackie in
Ward.
there, I can. Charlie Ward, another good one. Allen AI. And okay, so we have to restrict this, right? Because I know Russell. So did Russell Wilson actually get drafted or what?
Yeah, by the Texas Rangers.
He did? Okay, cool. So then but did he actually are we counting it just as you got drafted or you played? Because I feel like that's also a difference too.
He reported, but he didn't play because football was definitely the priority for him.
So then so for me, and this is my personal like why I immediately said Dion because Dion played. And I mean, and most people know Dion was the first person to I think score a touchdown and hit a home run in the same day.
Same day.
Like, yeah, it's like so for me, it's like when people say Bo over Dion, Dion was a Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion. I think the only thing he didn't do was he no. Was Dion on that?
No, he didn't win a World Series. I always
No,
go
okay.
back and have to look this up because I keep thinking he was on the 95 team, but he was not.
Yeah, I mean now Elk Dot, if you and again, it's like if you want to say greatest athlete to ever live, Bo was gifted. I don't think anybody denies that. It's like, but I think I think it's a lot more even than people will give it credit for. Like, because I think that the things that Bo did, I think Dion did as well. Like in the sense of not from an athleticism perspective, but from a perspective of they both played their sports at a high level. Um, let's see here. Kyler, I was actually surprised Kyler Murray didn't
So was
do.
I, especially for his height. He would have been making bank as a center fielder in the show.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
it's not
like,
to say he's not making good money as an NFL quarterback, but
mhm. And that's the thing. I love Bo Jackson. I feel like if injury didn't plague him, he probably would have. I think from a baseball perspective, definitely would have been. I think that it would have been a lot less marginal because I
yeah.
feel like it's you can kind of really it's really more the preference. Like if you like Dion over Bo or Bo over Dion. But I mean, Bo knows. I mean, he had his own Nike, his own Nike silhouette and shoe, the SC trainer. Dion had the diamond turf, obviously. Um,
Yes, he
I was
did.
like, so and put it. Bo has 780 ops his career. OPS his career.
I like
Has he?
I like Big Show's comment by throwing in Todd Helton. Because Todd
Mhm,
Helton just inducted the Baseball Hall of Fame, or at least he's gonna have his ceremony this summer. But for those who don't remember, he was the
mhm.
starting quarterback for the University of Tennessee, had
Mhm.
a football career-ending knee injury, and that
Mhm.
forced Peyton Manning to take over
Hmm.
starting quarterback.
Oh, see? Big show. Good call outs, man. You had the Jim Thorpe, and then you also had him too. Yeah, I feel like that's I like Cap Crusaders like Sabo had a 780 OPS his career. Dion had 693 below average. Like I said, I mean, I think that's the thing when you're a dual sport athlete. I think that's why people give the nod to Bo and will call him the greatest athlete. So I definitely am not saying Dion was a better baseball player than Bo. But I think that their accomplishments, respectively, when you consider the fact that they were two sport athletes, I mean, I think the areas that you could dock Dion in baseball, you can't dock him in football. Like because obviously, won Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys, won a Super Bowl with the San Francisco 49ers. It's like so I feel like it's either or. I think it really boils down to preference. And didn't Jackie play like 12 sports? Yeah, I
I
feel
mean,
like he
did.
Jerry Rice is yeah, and I mean, and that's where I say when you talk about greatest athletes, it's like athleticism in itself, can be classified a whole bunch of different ways. Jameis Winston's also another good one too because he played baseball at
Yes, he
FSU
did.
and football. Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna throw out a name that a lot of people don't realize he was a two-sport athlete and actually got in some minor league games.
Mhm.
Trajan Langdon, the Alaskan assassin.
Mm. That's not a name
Actually,
I've
and
heard
slash
before.
current general manager of the New Orleans Pelicans, which I completely forgot about
Yeah.
until yesterday.
Will also I've seen Wilt a few times. Jim Brown as well. Got to talk
Yep.
about Jim. I think
Greatest
definitely
oh, I was gonna say about Jim Brown, greatest lacrosse player of all time.
craziness. I feel like Wilt is definitely Wilt just I feel like Wilt's not a real person. Like I feel like all the things I'm hearing about like stuff he did, like aside from the 100-point game that everybody knows him for, do recognize him for like, being a track athlete as well. I mean, to be as tall as he was, high jumper. I'm assuming that he definitely either did high jump, long jump, triple jump, one of those field events. He
Yeah.
had to have like been. I mean, you take 2 or 3 steps and bro's already in the pit. So I mean, Jimmy Graham is also another good one. Antonio
Antonio
Gates.
Gates, a good one. Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean,
Yep.
and
We
what
didn't mention John Elway.
DJ Burns at North Carolina State, like NFL scouts are already like trying to talk him into being like the next big tight end, who was like a big basketball star in college.
Hmm. I mean, Julius Peppers is another good one. Yeah, I
Nobody
mean,
mentioned John Elway, actually. That's a good point.
we hadn't mentioned John yet. But yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, I feel like
Could have been.
could have been, could have been. I mean, I guess since we saw Odell doing batting practice with the Yankees, who knows? you might you might get signed to the farm team or something.
I
Maybe
always
get called
forget
up for
G.
a game.
Laurent. I always forget about Jeff Samardzija dominating the gridiron for Notre Dame. That's a good call. And an ugly man chief with Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez did play college basketball at Cal. Another great tight end.
Hmm.
Somebody else mentioned somebody.
I think.
Oh, Tony Gwynn by Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tony Gwynn actually still holds a couple records for basketball at San Diego State.
Hmm. And then Cap Crusader said Aaron Judge in the NBA would be insane. Yeah, you
I
know
agree
what's
with that.
funny? I feel like I had not seen like Aaron like Judge like in real life, I think, until I had seen like there was like a game, I think, when the Yankees, I think, came and played, I think the Braves. It's like because that happens, I think, once a year. And I actually saw him in the outfield. I was just like, that
He's
is one
gigantic.
big dude, man. Like gigantic. Like, I don't think like if TV was if the camera actually was like showing him like proportionally to like the outfield, wall, I was just like, Lord, that's a tall dude, man.
I know. No, that dude is freakish.
Yeah.
And I mean that in the most respectful way possible.
Yeah, I mean, and I think and Pedro 12 also makes a good point about John Elway. I mean, taking the Broncos to 5 Super Bowls and being a multi-sport athlete. That's why I say again, it's like I feel like being a multi-sport athlete, by definition, you're not going to be able to. I think we've yet to have a multi-sport athlete that's like been like the primary reason that a team wins like the World Series and then also winning like a Super Bowl. I don't think we've seen. I think Dion might have been the closest that we came to seeing
Yeah.
that, but I mean, that's why I feel like Bo was just kind of like, I mean, the Raiders were obviously, good while he was there, but I feel like he was stuck in a situation where had he went to like any other team, I think he probably would have won a Super Bowl. I would have wanted to see Bo win a Super Bowl,
Yeah, it would
before
have been
he
nice.
shut it down. So,
Sweet.
oh, Kenny Lofton, that's
Kenny
another good.
Lofton.
Another good one.
All right. I think that's a good point to end it on.
Oh
I think
yeah,
the other part of this I probably should explain, although we need to figure it out for I think Monday or Tuesday.
right.
I don't think we're doing bench. I don't think I'm doing bench warmers Monday or Tuesday of this next week as of
Mhm.
right now. Um,
Herschel Walker.
because I want to be in Arizona.
Oh yeah, you and Austin are gonna be kicking it in AZ.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess y'all are just gonna have to play, or do like some type of flip the script and then tell us who won.
I
You
I,
know.
I know they're like near the near the office warehouse. There's a barcade, so I figure like, hey, let's just go IG live, get pissed drunk, and play some arcade games. That'd
I feel
probably be
like
more entertaining anyway.
I think doing it in person, Ugly Man Chief, would be a good idea. Like when you guys bring like a tripod and just like set it up, do it like maybe during that point since y'all will be together at the barcade, y'all can actually, figure out how to live stream it from IG as well as do it from Twitch.
Oh my god, it's gonna be dangerous, but it's gonna be fun.
Well, well oh, Laurent said flip the script at his house.
Let's do it, baby.
Yeah, and to Pedro's question, um, I mean, Brady's more accomplished. I hate him or love him. He's the more accomplished quarterback. I do like Peyton is more of the quintessential quarterback. I think when you think of quarterbacks initially, you think of Peyton, but I think from an accomplishment perspective, I mean, Brady's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Can't really. I don't know who you put ahead of him, and if you do, I really need to know who your plug is because obviously he's giving you some great stuff.
I'm gonna throw another name that we didn't mention for the two sport athlete, Dan fucking Marino.
Mm,
Because he could
I
have played, he got drafted by the Kansas City Royals, and it's like it's funny because going back to that particular draft, because Elway was number
yeah.
one, and then Marino was later. Had Marino gone to play baseball with the Royals, he would have won a World Series in 1985.
Yep. Dan is Dan to me is just I feel like it's one of those type of things where it's just like I wish he would have won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He was like Miami just like whenever you think of Miami around that time, you always think of Dan. You don't and it's like it's crazy that you think of them and they did not win a Super Bowl.
And all because of Ray fucking Finkel.
Oh man.
And yes,
Awesome.
Steven on point. Yes.
So, that
All
Don
right.
Finkel.
Shit. All right. I feel like it's a good place to end it on.
Yeah, definitely a good spot.
Tef, always a pleasure. And guys in the chat, always great to hang out with you. Talk about
Always.
hats, talk about sports. It's
Oh
the
yeah,
best.
man.
But yeah, we'll be back for sure next Wednesday.
Mhm.
So my flight gets back in at 2:30 on Wednesday.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna be hauling ass to get home in enough time to set everything up for recap. So I will not let you guys down, and I will especially not let you down, Tefuri.
Listen, you know what? You can't let me down, Ben. It's impossible. I
No, I
just
can. I can just not show up, and it's pretty bad.
just gonna be up there, just gonna be me on the screen, just saying, "Hey guys, what's
What's
up?"
up? No, I appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you too in chat. Love you guys, man. We will see you guys next week. Great hats. If y'all love hats, make sure y'all are tapping in the Hat Club. Hat
Yeah.
Club app, hatclub.com. We will see y'all next week for y'all's next
Wait,
episode recap.
Pedro, you just got hired by Hat Club, and you had your first day on Saturday. Congratulations,
Oh
dude.
man,
Welcome to the
Pedro,
team.
congrats, bro. That's
Why?
awesome.
Why didn't you mention that earlier? Jesus.
Austin, he's saying he won't be on recap next week.
I hope he's flying back home at that point in time, more than likely. So that makes sense.
Well, Austin, you know, yeah, time difference probably gonna need a little bit to recover, man. So we'll hold it down. Dynamic duo.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right. Bye, guys. Later.